Okay, gentlemen, it's your last chance to back out before becoming infamous on YouTube as not knowing what you're talking about. So, death of a mosquito in 3, 2, 1. Okay, well, let's flip the coin. Okay, define a hobby.
I like to go with the James Yeager.
Oh, God. So you're going to say a lot.
No, well, maybe.
That's 3.
The James Yeager, kind of what the different types of gun owners is, there's kind of those hobbyists. They're the people that actually shoot the guns, which is normally where the sportsmen are at. You know, so collectors, actual people that use them. There's those people that like the stigma of having it. They're more recreational, like, I have an airsoft gun, and I know how to use it.
Like Comic-Con, you see all the guys
Yeah,
who just
exactly.
emo, they just buy the guns to play the part.
And they're not necessarily there for, you know, being competitive at it. They're not necessarily there for collecting it. They're just there to be a part of it.
They're a show softer.
Yeah,
It's like
a
a
show
share
software.
It's a show softer.
We have way too many of those.
I know, yeah.
So you got categories. Like, you know, so an advanced show software could probably be considered a gear whore.
Yes. Or a cosplayer.
Or a cosplayer.
Well,
So, okay.
I think that, I mean, it also depends on, like, are you utilitarian about using your gear? So I think that there's, you know, are you afraid to get your stuff dirty? That's really where I'm going to go with this. Are you the type of person who likes to collect kit and guns and magazines and just have all sorts of different things? Or are you the type of person that enjoys, you know, having these things and using them, tearing them apart, and getting them muddy, dirty, in the snow, rain? You know, and I kind of, I don't mean to
Where are you
take
going
it
with
too far
hobbyists on that?
Well, the hobbyist is the one that likes to collect it and make it pretty and have the, you know, their
cosmetic look of it.
yeah, have their look. That,
Owners
you know, I
versus
look like a SEAL team
users.
person
Dead.
versus the
It's
guy
got to
who
get
tears
dead.
it
You like
apart.
dead.
Yeah. And some people, I mean, they even go to the point where they want to age their rifles a little bit for
Give
the
it a weathered
look.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Airsoft's a fashion show half the time. You know, how good are you looking on the field? I'm not going to argue with that at all.
I mean, we see the turnover of the fashion show. It's like everybody was all about one set of manufacturers the previous year, and it's like, what's the newest, latest, greatest this year? It's like,
Yeah.
Well, between a hobby and a sport, to me, I mean, you're going from
no. It's not. We're not comparing them.
Oh.
You're defining.
Yeah, I want to know what a
I mean,
hobby is.
Define what
Okay.
you consider to be a
hobby
hobby.
is you're rolling out with MVGs that are fake. That's a hobby to me. It's not
You're getting a
real.
little terribly specific, aren't you?
Well, what I'm trying to say is like the cosmetic look. You're looking cool. I mean, or like I think a hobby like the way you've explained Eastwind. Is that right? Is that the name of it? Eastwind. Okay. Eastwind,
Don't call Eastwinders hobbyists. You'll get like an inbox full of hate
Well,
mail.
I mean,
Some of those
the only
take
real
it pretty serious.
Well, I know, but I mean, to me, that looks like a hobby, which is cool. But I mean, you're not playing as much. You're really going out there for the experience. Your kit is loaded to Cold War style uniforms.
All
and
true.
loadouts.
All true.
To me, that looks like a hobby because, like, look at Civil War reenactors. They load out totally in their, you know.
I'll tell you where I can pin down the difference between the two is that Civil War reenacting is in no way competitive.
Yeah.
It's just not.
The competitivity is in looking more authentic than the other people out there.
Whereas, and a lot of the things that you say about Eastwind is fairly accurate, but it is still competitive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about this whole. Like, I mean, I consider airsoft to be a hobby that I do.
Yeah.
That happens to be a sport, also.
Right.
I mean, can't you have both?
Yeah, I'm right there.
You can.
actually
I
with
mean,
that.
but you know, you need contrast before you start dealing in absolutes.
Okay. Right.
But we're talking about, you know, kit, what people are wearing. It's also mindset.
Yeah.
I actually had a 16-year-old. I was jokingly asking him the question, bouncing off of him, having no idea what his response would be. And he's like, I consider it a sport. I'm like, really? Why is that? He's like, because I work at it.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, when my team captain says we need to do this, I'm on it. I'm busting my butt, you know, making my money doing that. I'm out on the field. You know, I'm out every single chance I get. I'm trying to improve myself and also help my team or live up to the expectations of my team. So he's like, I'm not a hobbyist.
What team is this guy on? Because I want to pinch him.
He's
I need
only
more of those
16,
guys.
Abacus. I heard your requirements are low.
You want to
That's right.
Yeah, and like I was just totally blown away. He's like, yeah. He says the hobbyists are the guys who, they'll get a phone call from their teammate wanting to know if they're going to show up tomorrow morning for the game. And it's like, oh, okay.
I thought that was every team, and mostly it's.
That's yours.
I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm not going to wake up for that. He's very committed, and
Wyatt.
It's drinking. Man.
he sets his own. He takes his team standard and raises the bar for himself. So not only is he a team player, but he's also trying to better himself as an individual and inspire his teammates by his commitment and his willingness to work for it. And I was just like, whoa.
It really comes down to the individual.
Of course.
What if we kind of take it a step further and kind of define what each of us are, and then define what parts are a hobby and what parts are sportsman-like? Because
That's another one that everybody talks about sportsmanship. It was like, best sportsmanship at the game I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's like,
I consider myself a competitor when I'm at a national level game. I am a hobbyist when I'm at a local game, and I'm probably helping the rest of the community out.
Yeah, but you,
Because I'm not taking it as seriously as I should be. And he's totally right. I'm not working at it. I'm not, my commitment level is different being in that environment. Not, kind of being challenged, I'm not reaching that satisfaction. So I'm using a different outlet and trying to help others achieve that.
Okay.
And I think there's a certain amount of hobby in that versus, being a sporting event of some sort.
yeah, like the mindset, like you said, was, when I played here locally, I've only been to one op, but, when I went to that one op, from playing locally to the one op, something changed. I was like,
Switched on.
Hulk
Yeah.
smash.
oh, smash! Yeah, but it was like every military movie and book I've read and tactics I've read just clicked on when I got there. It's totally a different experience.
did it really? Or were you just in some fantasy land?
I was maybe in a fantasy land, but
Delusions,
it's like I feel like I'm in a Tom Clancy book, but no,
I feel like Lee Marvin.
I've got this piece of intel I got off of this indigenous person.
But it was
It's
just-
so important.
but it was like everything you dreamed of, it clicked.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
I've played in games like that. Not lately, but I like it when I get
It
it.
might be a little bit more fun when it doesn't click, when it gets slapped into you.
That's good too.
That one's fun.
It's like, oh, we just got hit.
Yeah.
Now we have to decide if we're going to hit back or lie there and bleed.
Getting angry is probably
Or walk back to respawn with our tails between our legs. So okay, so that's sports hobby, versus
Yeah.
that. So you're saying you can combine the two? Because unfortunately, it's just
I am.
a byproduct of this game is so many people deal in absolutes.
Daddy, we need new shoes.
When the wife goes,
shut up. Daddy needs a new plate carrier.
So
We just want food. I need ammo. Quiet.
Mrs. smacks you, they don't want to step down to hobbyist level because it's like beneath them.